skills are going to help me in my life by teaching me how to work with different people.
We worked on, work ethic and getting stuff done in a certain amount of time, so I could relate that to my homework.
Right then, you made a decision.
Well, we learned in kind of a classroom setting for the first part of the day, and then we'd actually go into an arena with actual horses. You got to relate what you learned in the classroom environment to actual hands-on experience. It was more like of a kinetic learning experience. I think that's what you call it.
We did some simulations in the arena. It helped them understand the world from the horse's point of view, where if they haven't got clear leadership, there's confusion and fear. But once they get clear leadership and boundaries, that fear goes away and they can do the task as a team.
This course is focused on building relationships. Inward, how I relate to myself. Upward, how I relate to people in authority. Downward, how I relate to people I have authority over. And outward, how I relate to peers. And each of these girls have had a time when they were the leader, they were the follower, or they were just a peer.
Unity, productivity, and relationship building, those are keys. Those are keys to success. So what if we taught them through the horses how to run a company, how to role reversal and do this so smoothly that when they turn 18 and go out in the world or to college, they can relate to authority, they can relate to outward relationships.
Teens learn stable management. They learn by cleaning stalls. They learn responsibility. They learn time management. These kinds of experiences are now being recognized as experiences that are being lost in this technical day and age. So we're giving back to these students these opportunities to develop these skills where they're not learning them in the schools anymore.
Changes that I've seen have really been her coming out of her shell. So when we moved here, she was kind of withdrawn, put up that protective barrier. She's taken that barrier down so that she can actually connect with other people, other kids. So she's just found her skin. She's comfortable in her skin.
Our function and goal is to help mitigate those societal things that are happening that are stemming from broken relationships and lack of tools and techniques and lack of life skills that can help them problem solve themselves.
Understanding and looking at the world through their point of view, getting outside of yourself.
Horses, they're actually the best teachers I think I've ever had. They have this really accurate way of reading people. Depending on your personality, often the horse will act kind of how you act in a way, and then learning how to discover what you're projecting, and then through that, learning how to discover more about yourself.
When we first were talking about what she was learning, it was always about the horses. Oh, I learned this about the horses, and I learned this about the horses. And it wasn't until later on that it started to get into the fact that this also affected her, and she was learning more about herself.
The program has, for Annika, been such a huge success in that she is so passionate about animals and didn't want to talk to another adult, a therapist, a counselor. She was very open to working with the animals and understanding their feelings. For her to see the success and how it worked was an amazing confidence builder, and I believe opened it up to humans might not even be so bad to talk to.
For the program, we were around the C's, a couple D's, for her handing in homework was, I don't gotta do that. So now we're seeing A's and B's. So from a metric standpoint, it's good.
I've seen her acquire some skills in working with her peer group, deciding, should I lead out with my decision about this? Should I wait and just follow what they want to do? And I think that she decided at that point, I'm gonna make a decision for myself. And so that was really big.
I haven't seen anything like this anywhere else. It just seems to fit a niche that hasn't been looked at before.
We're an experiential education program. The uniqueness is that humans aren't teaching humans. The horses are teaching the kids.
Relationship building is the most important aspect of life, that we all want that unity in that relationship, and that we all want to be productive and mean something and be accepted. I think that's pretty much our nature, and I've learned that's the same with horses.
Now I can read people. It's easier for me to recognize that maybe a person who's projecting anger is actually just scared. They're confused from what the world wants of them, and I guess it's really cool how I can read people now.
Getting to know how to deal with people has just
just drastically altered my way of thinking.